In this video, I would talk about the fear from the sales rejections. Hello everyone, my name is Sakib or Sakib. I'm a business coach, personal development consultant, and a life strategist. Today in this video, I would uncover the fears that salespeople experience when they are selling their products or service. It can be very lethal if you don't understand the fear of sales rejection can be contagious. It can drastically impact on your sales. Eventually, it will impact on the business's profitability. Let me just tell you that selling by default or by nature, it's the job of rejection. So, first thing is that rejection is the part and parcel of the sales. But let me just unleash how this fear can drastically impact on your sales performance, and ultimately it will reduce the profitability of the company as well. First of all, when you think, plan, and struggle to sell your product and you experience uncountable rejection from your clients or customers, and you feel yourself incapable or you say this to yourself that you're really unfit for this position, that's not your cup of tea, but that's the wrong approach. It starts with when you start perceiving the rejection that you receive from your client as personal. You have to understand that the rejection comes on your way of selling. It's not a personal. It is subject to the different circumstances that your client is going through. Several factors can contribute in rejection. It is nothing about personal. Now, what happens that we actually, when you let this fear enter into the factory of your brain, how it works like a lethal injection and it impacts your overall performance. Let me just dissect it, or let me just tell you how does it negatively impact in detail. First of all, when you think a lot about that you have too many rejections, and it is definitely have to do something with your sales page or your knowledge about the product, etc., etc. And what will you do? The first thing you will do is you will start unconsciously avoiding the word. For instance, you get to the office in the morning and you wanted to call your prospects or customers, and you will probably say this to yourself that probably it's their breakfast time, or it's just recently they have just entered into the offices and they might not feel comfortable taking call at this moment, right? And you wait for a few hours telling this to yourself unconsciously. In fact, behind these factors, you're in fact avoiding to sell again, or avoiding to continue your job. So soon you will see the 2 hours have passed. You were waiting for a client to settle on the desk, and 2 hours, probably you would think that he might be on a coffee break, he or she, your client I'm referring to, might be on a coffee break, so let's not call now. And soon after, it's a lunch time, and now you'd of course think that let's not disturb them, as it's a lunch time, and probably they were having lunch, and once they finish lunch, they're probably having the digestion process going on, so you would avoid again calling them. So soon you would see the days now at the end, and now you have nothing in your hand. You're still behind those objectives or the sales target that you have set for yourself. The first, you can say, antidote to this treatment is to tell this to yourself that the rejection is not a personal, and prepare your unconscious mind and train your unconscious mind that this rejection is not personal. It is a part and parcel of the process, right? So, like you could take any example of life. You don't feel yourself incapable when you understand that it is a part and parcel of the process. So it is by default, by nature, a profession of rejection. So when you will treat it like it is a part or important component of the selling process, then you would think positive about yourself, and then your self-esteem will go up. Remember, your self-esteem plays a vital role in making great sales. If you're thinking low about yourself, it will be transferred to the product or the service that you're selling, and through your pitch it would be transferred to the person that you're selling your product or service, and the prospect will not even consider to think about your product or service which you're selling without enthusiasm or without in a vibrant way. So treat your unconscious mind and treat your mental ability and control your brain, so your brain doesn't affect your performance of selling. Again, I would repeat, selling rejection is a part of sales cycle, and when you receive countless rejection, it means that there's a lot of competition in the market. It can also mean that the prospect is not at the urgent need of your product or service. It can also mean that your prospects have some other urgencies that have taken place. It can also mean that your prospect have postponed the decision of buying a product or service. It cannot only mean that you're really incapable of selling, and when you think on this direction, it will lower your self-esteem and it will lower your performance, and you will not be able to achieve your sales target. So learn, at the end, develop one more ability within yourself to combat these problems. We call them a bounce back ability. So whenever you receive a rejection from your selling, you should bounce back with more and greater energy than you did before. So when you do not let your energy level go down, when you do not let your self-esteem level go down, you would definitely succeed. Consider rejection is a part and parcel of the selling cycle, and it is not a fear that you should think about that you're incapable of doing. I hope this information that I've shared must have been useful for all of the salespeople around the world. And if you like the information I've shared in this video, please hit the subscribe button, share this with your friends and other people. Try to learn how to help, because if you will help other people what they want, you can get what you want. Thank you very much for watching, and see you next time.